It's been 3 weeks almost, so been a while. I wanted to start off by thanking you for the last video and everyone's comments. I've read every single one. Even if I haven't liked it, I apologize. And I've tried to respond to a few. Few of them, or some of them, actually inspired me to actually, continue posting and keep going. And your words mean a lot to me, so thank you very much. I didn't know what I should talk about next. I remember I previously mentioned how I wanted to upload weekly, but then I came with the problem of I don't want to upload for the sake of uploading, so I wanted to have something that was actually meaningful and at least started a sort of conversation. Whether it's for yourself, in your own mind, or in a comment section, or however way you want to have that talk. But I had a conversation yesterday with somebody on Discord about art, and he talked about his journey, and I was talking about, what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. For some reason, something that came into my mind was my idea of what it means to be self-taught. For the record, I've had no education in art at all. I never studied art. I always thought it was dumb because in my art class they would have these spoons that they would draw still lifes, and I thought that was really stupid, but at the time my art concept was like, oh my god, Naruto and that dumb shit. But what does it mean to be self-taught? To me, the idea of self-taught means you've taught yourself everything, which is basically impossible because information is gathered from every possible resource, right? Visual, audio, people, what you've seen around, like everything. And I sort of held in high regard the whole idea that you're self-taught, right? And it wasn't to slight on people that went to get a formal education, not at all. It was just, art was the first place in which this was my own thing. I made this, I started this. It's not like school where you're prompted to have a weekly project. It's not like work when you have to go in from a 9 to 5 every single day, 5 days a week. It was the first thing that was truly mine. And the idea of being self-taught and I did this on my own felt good, because it's mine. It's no one can take that away from you. But that held me back. That mentality of I can only teach myself. I don't need anybody else to help me. And I'm feeling that now. To the point where I refuse to watch art videos. I genuinely refuse to, because I was like, I want to learn this myself, I want to teach myself. When in anything, in order to be good, you must have the ability to learn from others, right? The people that I look up to that I've mentioned in my I want to be an artist video, all have probably, looked and studied and learned from people in the industry before them. The quote that I said in the Maya Oniyama book, when she mentioned the works that inspired her, she studied from. She actually took the time to study and learn and sometimes speak to these individuals. And I don't know why I've been holding myself back. I've been in my own head of, you don't need that help. You'll do it by yourself. And that's really slowing down my growth. In all fairness, I've been playing video games as well. I'm not gonna deny it. Power World, Helldivers, what else did I play? Lethal Company. I even tried to do a digital art of my character from Power World. It never worked. But I did like line work and it wasn't as bad as what it usually would be, so I suppose that's progression. But back to the conversation of what it means to be a self-taught artist. I feel like there's this thing of like, conventional education is not worth it when it comes to the arts. And I'm not sure about the narrative on a global perspective. Like I said, I'm not really in the art community that much. But from where I stand, it's so grey. Some people work better in different systems. Some people work better in the education system in which you're provided a task and you must do it, and then they critique you and then you go back again and you do it again. Some people don't. I'm one of those people that don't. Education never really, I was okay at it, I was decent at it, but it never really fit with me. So I don't think we should blight any artists for choosing the path that they have chosen. Unless it's like copying an artist, right? And saying that's your work. In that case, fuck you, you're kind of a bitch. But in all seriousness, this was just a conversation that came to mind that I thought was kind of useful and, would give people insight into at least my thought process on that topic. I have struggled with what should I make next. I need to make something good and interesting because the last videos done better than possibly any content that I've ever made, including TikTok. But just seeing, even when I was at 800, or even when I was at even when I was at 30, seeing people besides me, because I watch my videos back, hate to break it to you, but seeing people that, you know, that took the time out of the day to watch even 2 minutes, let alone comment, let alone like, let alone interact, and even feel something, you know, means a lot to me. So, you know, that's why I haven't uploaded, because I was scared to disappoint people that, you know, were new and saw me for the first time and were waiting for me to upload the next. But really, I should probably stop giving a fuck. It's probably just all in my head. And it's the same thing with the whole self-talk thing. I think it doesn't matter why I'm doing it. I think I should get out of my own head and really take the time to study from people that are better than me and try and understand what they do and why they do it. So I'm starting, literally, I was starting and then I stopped so I could record and speak to you, to do a still life, to learn color, because digital art is something that I've always wanted to do, but I've always been hesitant to do it, and I want to really take it to the next step. But besides that, nothing interesting. Thank you for listening to me ramble on, and hopefully you got something out of this. I'm probably gonna go back on Helldivers, so after I do some drawing, so, you know.